Hi there YouTube, this is Johnaget with the Walk-Ons again. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a solution I came up with for broken eye covers on a Fusion FX. In case people aren't aware or don't really know what I'm talking about, Fusions have a habit of breaking on their eye cover right here. There's like this little bump, you can see it there, and it's a casting. The plates are a casting, I believe. So what happens is castings can tend to be kind of brittle. So if you over tighten them, or by even the slightest amount, apparently, the recessed hole here will break and the cover will come off and the screw will stay here in the side of the gun. And then you have to buy a new set of eye covers, and the eye covers are about $25 a piece. You can, if you're really gentle, you can buy new eye covers and you can get the screw that goes in there, put a little dab of Loctite in there and just kind of screw it down until it just touches, and that's supposed to be enough. I'm not necessarily comfortable with that. Apparently I'm not comfortable enough with whatever that feels like too, because I've broken 2 of these since owning my gun. So I'm about $50 basically for 2 eye covers, both on the same side. So I came up with a solution where you can buy some screws online and put a little washer there like that and Loctite those in and never have an issue again. It doesn't matter if that recess is there. That one's actually broken and it's been repaired in this manner and it works really good. So I'm going to tell you what you need to do all this. You're going to need a screwdriver or something that matches up with whatever the screw is that you purchase. You're going to need something to cut the screw if it's too long. In my case, my screws are slightly too long. You need some blue Loctite, some small files. These are just some like jeweler's files. You're going to need the screws. So the screws are a 356 screw, and these ones are 3/8 inch long, and then PH stands for pan head. And what that basically is kind of this little like mushroomy kind of top on there. I don't think the camera's going to focus. My camera kind of sucks. More interested in what's on my hand. Pan head Phillips cap on the end there. And then I have some washers. The washers that I got for that size screw are a 1/8 inch ID, 5/16 OD. Let's see if it'll focus in. Number 4 washer. And so this is a package of 100 washers and 100 screws, and it was $7.19 from Amazon. So, I mean, that's pretty darn good compared to the $50 I spent on 2 eye covers, or the $25 I might spend on buying 1 replacement. I'm pretty happy with the solution that I've come up with. So yeah, so all you need to do in order to do this, before I even start, if you're not going to be careful with this and take your time with it, don't even finish watching the video, because I'm not going to be responsible if people strip out their screws here in the body of their gun or mess things up. You have to just take your time and be cautious. Everything should go nice and smoothly with little resistance, and you shouldn't have to worry about anything. So if it doesn't feel right, stop, adjust, and then try to continue forward. Or if you're not comfortable with taking that risk, don't try it at all and just keep buying replacements or whatever you need. Just so we're clear. So to get started, all you need to do is take your bolt out. Okay. And then where we go from there is we take the eye cover. And the reason you take your bolt out before I get them going is these are through holes. So these screws can reach all the way through into your bolt. So if you don't take them out, you can cram them right up against your bolt and your gun won't cycle. You'll have issues and you won't realize why. And that's because they'll be pinched by the screw, which is why we need to go through the process of trimming the screw down. So I put my eye cover on, just like that, without a washer. I drop it on, drop it in where the hole is, and I just kind of go really gentle. Like, I'm super gentle here. I'm barely touching anything here. And it's going to screw all the way down without any real issue. And I'm going to go, let's see if I can kind of give you guys a better angle there. Not really. I'm going to go all the way down until it bottoms out and tightens up a little bit, just with 2 fingers. There we go, that's tight enough. Alright, and now to figure out how much I need to trim this screw, I'm going to look down the body of the gun, and you'll notice you'll see the detent there, and then you'll see like another little nub down there at the bottom. That's the screw actually coming through. And I can't really show you in the video, but I assure you, you can count the threads if you're looking at it. And I'm going to count how many threads are there, and that's going to tell me how many I need to trim. So basically I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 5 threads. So I'm going to take this screw out. Just like that. And then I'm going to take my little pliers here that I have, and I'm going to count 5 threads. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 threads, and then I'm just going to snip it. Make sure it's nice and straight so I don't mess it up too bad. That thing does fly, just for the record. It doesn't look like I marred up the threads so bad, so that's good. So now I'm going to take my file, and I'm going to file this. It's got like a smushed edge now. Can't really see that, but it's got a smushed edge. I got to flatten it out. You'll have to do the same. So I just need a little bit more here. All right. So the next step for me is to make sure that it fits in the screw in the hole really well. So I'm going to put the plate back on. I'm going to sit it in here very gently. I'm not going to like force it or anything. I'm going to take whatever tool I'm using to screw it down, and I'm just going to let it spin on its own. If it catches, like it did right there, nice and smooth, it's going to tighten right down without any issue. The reason I'm being so cautious there is because I don't want, if it's all gummed up, to have it slice the threads up. And then, looks like there's some, I did the video, I've done this before on this gun, before I decided to do video, so there's Loctite in there, so let me clean it out. Old dried up stuff. Alright. So now when I look down the body of that gun, I should only see the 2 detents, and I don't see any screw. There's not even a little bit of an inkling of it there. And then I'm going to take my bolt and make sure my bolt slides up and down that, no problem. Easy. It's not catching on everything, nothing. Everything's nice and smooth. No issue there. So that tells me, all right, I sized it right, it's good. And now I'm going to put the washer on, and that's just going to give me a little bit of added safety, just in case, like, I can't quite tell if it's sticking out a little bit. Also, it's going to give it a little bit more meat to stick on to hold the eye cover on. And it should be nice and easy. So, I take my blue Loctite. Just put a nice little drop on there, not a lot. Loctite only works in the absence of air, so even if you get some of this and you're worried about it like dripping down in your bolt or anything like that, you shouldn't worry about it so much, because once we do this, we're going to run the swab through it and clean it up, make sure there's nothing in there. What happens is Loctite, once it locks down really tight and it gets little pockets of no fresh air basically coming in there, then it will then it actually starts to function. If there's an overabundance of air, like in the volt chamber, it's just going to stay wet for a while. Alright, so now I just take and same thing, ever so gently, just to make sure that I'm not messing anything up, crossing any threads, and it just clamps nice and tight, right down there to the cover. I can go a little bit of force on there if I want. Don't have to worry about it. And if you look, you can't even see any, well, I don't know if you guys can see. You can't see any liquid in there at all, but I'm going to run the swab through here just in case. Okay. And now I'll put my bolt back in, and even though I know it's going to function fine, I'm just going to cycle it anyways. Make sure it's tip-top. So just like that. My air tank for you. Hopefully this saves you guys some money, or if you're like me and you're just apparently too rough on it, or something, I don't know, and you're breaking them a lot, you'll have a solution where you won't be breaking them anymore. I mean, I know cosmetically it's not as clean, as beautiful as it was before, but it's functional and it works, and that's what matters to me. I need gear that's going to work for me, and I'm not going to have to worry about it breaking. So, here we go. Give it a shot. No problem. So yeah, that's all you got to do. It's an easy. I think it's a relatively easy solution to fixing the problem if you have broken eye covers regularly, or if you're just tightening them down a little too much, or whatever the heck is causing it. And I think it's way, way, way cheaper than going out and buying new eye covers, clamping them down, and playing and hoping that they're good to go. Because I mean, if you over tighten it a little bit and you're out there playing a game and you come back and your eye cover's gone, you're not going to be a happy person. So, but yep, real easy, real user friendly. It makes the gun, I just feel a little bit more secure knowing I'm not going to play and my eye cover's not just going to disappear on me. So hopefully this helps you guys out, helps anybody out, saves them a couple bucks. If you guys have any questions, I can do my best to help you. So thanks for checking it out, and subscribe to the channel, comment, tell me what you want me to do next. Thanks guys.